This is Tuesday Tips for September the 30th, 2025, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. Tip for today, and also kind of a challenge. The tip is this: before you do something, commit it to God. And when I say commit it to God, I mean say the words, God, I commit this to you, whether out loud or to yourself. I mean, if there's people around, we're not supposed to be doing righteous things to be seen by others. So, maybe say it to yourself, say it in your mind, intentionally, actively say it in your mind. Don't just say, well, yeah, the thought was floating around in there. No, actively do it, intentionally do it, that somehow that thought, and if you can, speak that thought. God, I commit this to you. Now, this is a takeoff. This exercise, if you would, is a takeoff from the principle we see in Proverbs 16, verse 3. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. That's as it is rendered in the New American Standard Bible. Now, while that verse isn't necessarily saying, okay, before you do anything, you have to say the words, Lord, I commit this to you. That's not really the point. I think it has to do with intentionality and make sure that what you do is truly in keeping with the Lord. But that's kind of the point of the exercise too. That this would force us to consider whether or not the thing we're going to do is something that we're comfortable saying, God, I commit this to you. Now, I'll let you use your rationality to figure out, I don't necessarily mean things like before you brush your teeth, you have to say that. I mean, there are a few things in there I think you'd be fine leaving out. Things that are unquestionably fine. It's not a matter of moral inquiry. Should I brush my hair or not? I think we're good on that one. But other things, the choices we make throughout the day, the words that we speak, the thoughts that we pursue, how we interact with people, the activities in which we indulge and participate, there will be things, perhaps, that you'll run across, and all of a sudden you realize, hey, you know what? I really don't think I can bring myself to say, God, I commit this to you before I do this. In fact, if I were to do that, it would kind of be an insult to God and blasphemous. See, this is a way you can begin to really analyze whether or not what you're doing is in keeping with God's will. So before you do something today, and we're towards the end of the day, it's getting in the evening, afternoon, so perhaps it's something you'll pick up tomorrow, but you need to have the principle in place now, and tomorrow maybe start speaking the words. But before you do something, just say, God, I commit this to you. And if you find something that you realize, hey, I have no business using those words with this thing, then you need to not do that thing. You need to not say those words. You need to not think those thoughts. You have a great day, and shalom.